I was very lucky when it comes to having a taste of drama and music at a really young age, which is one of the reasons I'm an actress now.
I think talent within the working class community in the general community, I can say, in England these days, is more or less untapped. And what it's all channeled through one area that they see as an escape route. I'd say that these days it's rap or it's boxing, and they're the only two routes they see as an escape route. No one wants to veer off slightly and take the chance to be a mime artist or to be an actor even, because they're role models, as it were, achieve that greater status. There are no fantastic actors, but there are lots of reasonably successful rappers, so they're not encouraged to kind of think laterally about the arts. They're just encouraged to do one route, which they see generally every day.
Oh, don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Oh, no. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, no.
I came from a working class background on an estate like this, actually. Kingsmead Estate in East London. And there weren't many opportunities, because drama was always given to you like the thing you did when you were bad. The English teacher, you ran around in circles and then all sorts of things like that. So there weren't really any opportunities, not to act anyway, and do things in the arts.
Rapping on a mic all night and day. I rap in the north and I rap in the west, but no one can tell me that I am the best. Listen,
I think it's time really that people wake up to the fact that, you know, there are a multitude of talents that they're going to be able to use in their own businesses too. Photographers, graphic designers, we're going to be feeding back this talent. I mean, come the year 2000, they're going to have a bunch of young people without skills, and something like this will provide skills for their own businesses later on.
This is an estate in the London borough of Brent. Estates like these have a reputation of being described as dangerous ghettos, affected by all the cliched community problems: unemployment, poverty, vandalism, and drug trafficking. Because of these problems, young people seldom have the opportunity to develop their skills in the arts. But today, we at Crown 10 Productions are launching our Artist Aid Program, a new initiative for young people to help develop their artistic skills in drama, dance, music, and creative writing.
When I was younger, there was no workshops, which made it very difficult for me because, it largely leaves kids with a lot of talent a bit frustrated because they don't really know, the kids that have talent, they don't really know that they actually have it.
Also, there's a lot of people who do actually want to get into the arts. People do want to become actors and singers and dancers, but they're not able to get the experience, or they just don't know where to go. But with workshops, to be able to relate and talk to people who've done it, and hey, it's no big deal, you can do this if you want. It's not easy, you don't get money as much people think, but it is worthwhile if that's what you want to pursue. I think if you've got people like yourself, Trevor, who's in contact with things and able to give constructive advice to people, then it's good, because it doesn't seem like it's far away.
All right. Ladder, please. 5, 6, 7, 8.
The workshops that I saw today was like exceptional. I mean, there was kids participating and so forth. And from there they gained there was a lot of activity. Together they gained how to work with other people. They also gained that, you know, they also achieved, I think, something personally for themselves.
2, 3, 4, walk,
With me, at the time when I was like between 10 and 16, there was no workshops available, or none really to say that, you know, everybody knew about. Because a lot of kids have come up to me that I've used for 1 or 2 dance things, and it's basically a matter of, well, they go, well, where do we go from here? And it's like, well, I don't really know, because there's nothing really around. You know, they're kind of reading the papers, but there's nothing about it to say, well, you know, there's all these workshops, there's dance workshops, there's this workshops, there's nothing.
After that, I got another job, and then I got another job. You're next. Which people? It's a way of expressing a lot of things that I think ordinary lessons like math, biology, all those things don't allow. It, for kids who've got something that's happening to them I mean, just things that they're growing up as they're coming into adolescence. They can explore that in drama and in a very safe environment. And it means they can learn from each other. And also they're slightly freer when they're doing drama. So it means, you know, usually if they've got a good drama teacher, they're not forced to say certain things, or, you know, they can just express themselves a bit more freely. And also, if they've got a talent, that's where it comes to the fore. If they've got any talent, it'll start there and then.
So therefore, because you didn't take it seriously, the bullies couldn't do what they wanted to do. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's a chance to show that you're a bit different. You are special. And every kid wants that. I mean, it's that time to shine. And because you just got a lot of praise, you got a lot of attention at the time. I mean, I never at that time thought I want to be an actress. I just enjoyed it. I think that was it. It was just sheer enjoyment. It was a release.
Why don't we go to badminton? You wanna come? Good idea.
It's unbelievable what you can learn from drama.
Confidence. You can give yourself confidence. Small things, like I know that they use improvisational workshops in regards to job interviews, because sometimes you think that you're okay and that you put yourself over well, but when you're actually faced with the pressures of wanting to have a job and the stresses, it's very hard. You can sometimes just close up and just not say anything. So it teaches you to sort of like to know yourself, but also to project the kind of person that you want to be, which is really important.
It makes the whole person. And you don't get a job. You get a job rather because of the skills you have, but that's not why you lose the job. You lose the job because you don't get on with the hierarchy within the organisation or with the people in the organisation. It's very rare you lose the job because you can't do the job. And the confidence is very important because most young people don't feel good about themselves.
So would you like to be an actor when you get older?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would like to be a comedian.
You'd like to be a comedian? Who's really had a good time in this workshop today? And is this the kind of thing that you want to do on a regular basis, sort of once a week if it was in your area?
Yes.
Do you get enough of this kind of activity happening in your school at all? Is there enough of this happening in school?
It's miraculous to watch them just suddenly realise that there is something they're doing that they're good at and they enjoy, and other people are enjoying it. And yet it can still be work. And I think that's the best thing about the workshops.
Not so close.
We should all be given the opportunity to perform in some kind of way. If you give a 3-year-old a box of crayons or put on music, they'll dance and they'll draw. By the time you get to 11 or 12, you're not given that opportunity. We need to put that back into the timetable, and it needs to be taken seriously.
It keeps people off the streets for a start, you know. How many times do you drive by, you see young kids out late at night? If they had something to do, perhaps they wouldn't be out late at night.
All over London, local youth clubs have been closing. They're losing their council funding. What are all those young people doing? I mean, what they should be doing is doing things they don't do in school. And so the general arts are things they're not doing in school. That's why they're important. It's not easy. It's not easy getting funding for the arts because there are so many other things looking for funding that are just as valid. If schools are fundraising to buy computers and books, it's going to be damn hard to fundraise to run a theatre project because it's not seen as important. And the whole problem is you need to raise the whole profile.
And apart from giving the kids somewhere to go and something to do, as I said, it gets them to question things, I think, that they wouldn't otherwise question. Male-female relationships, class, colour, all different types of things.
If you look around in society, there isn't really that much out there that's kind of saying, yes, you are an important human being, you mean something to, you know, you play a big part in this world. And I think that, you know, workshops and acting and dancing and music and all those things can, you know, build identity for people, so it's important.
In the community, there's a lot of talent, you know, and one of the ways that it needs to be harnessed is to kind of like get into something structured so that it's not just haphazard and trial and error, that there is some kind of expertise behind them in order to push them into the particular directions of art that they want to go in the future, you see.
If community workshops are to survive, then we've got to get help from the community at large. And this, I think, means big businesses, small businesses, putting some kind of input into the community, whether that be through finances or through lending things or whatever.
Sponsorship, that's really hard because like times are hard at the moment, but it is really essential for companies to put aside a little bit of money for areas that really, really want to run drama workshops but don't have the money.
I think it's got to come from within the community. You know, I think that people have got to recognize what it means and make it happen, basically. You know, all of us, mothers, brothers, sisters, you know, schools,
All right, thank you.
people with money.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Excellent.